introduce our project. And we are trying to reinvent the global content value, and we're also trying to bring a whole new definition of content creation. So first of all, let me briefly introduce this whole wording things. Contento, it's the decentralized content ecosystem, and we want to separate to Content OS, or in Spanish, it can also be called as Contentos. That means happiness. We want to bring the happiness to the global digital creators, and COS is the token. It is the name of token. So before that, let me first ask you, how many of you watched this video, YouTube 2018 Rewind? Can you raise your hand? Nobody? Good for you. So this video actually just created a world record, but it's not really a good record. Wikipedia, it's become the worst or most disliked YouTube video in the world, which achieved 15 million. It's continuing grossing a dislike just right after it released, probably 1 month later. What's wrong with that? I think one comment from this video actually explained everything. One guy gave this comment, very good. Every year, YouTube just keeps getting disconnected from its content creator, and he received a lot of like for this, because that's actually true. If you take a look at the whole year, 2018, a lot of great creators, a lot of really classic, even epic content happened on YouTube. For example, like Logan Paul and Dizzy classic fight. And also his brother, Jake Paul and Dijo, also has a classic fight. Not to mention PewDiePie, the world most popular YouTuber, the gamer, has like the fighting with India T-Series to challenge the top leading tier spot on YouTube. All these classic things never been mentioned on YouTube Rewind. But instead of all this classic thing, YouTube just bring a lot of commercial things, a lot of probably not really related content creation thing inside that Rewind video. So that caused this backlash from the creators and whole communities. Probably if you want to take a look about the video, that's fine, you can take a look, but it's not really good. The whole production is good. So this is the other girl. That's the most worst thing that could happen to a creator. She last year, 2018 April, she went to YouTube headquarters in San Bruno and opened gunfire. She wounded several people, then after that she committed suicide. The reason is she started thinking YouTube disconnected from her channel, start allowing her to make a living on YouTube, and start making her grow her fan base, and start allowing her to be herself. So that's the current content industry situation. All centralized platforms like YouTube, like Instagram, like Facebook, they control everything. They control the way that creators can monetize their content, they control the way that you distribute the content, they control the way you can grow your content, even control the mindset of all those people who consume the content. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to leverage the blockchain. Everybody knows the decentralized magic. We're trying to use the peer-to-peer and token economy to reinvent this we call attention and inference exchange. Because every day, right now, everybody when you're watching a video, consumer content, you are contributing your attention. And those influencers, those people who build those content are actually generate inference. So all the value actually happen during this exchange model happen. This is our vision. We want to become the largest decentralized ecosystem, help the world creator to really be able to control their content distribution, generation, production, and monetization. So I believe most of you, probably all of you, heard something similar in the past probably 2 years when blockchain became thrive. So you probably say, this is just another content blockchain. It has nothing different from anything I heard before. No, you're wrong. So let me explain to you why we are unique. The reason is, in the very first day, we already have more than 1 million global content creators across the world to work with us. The second part is we have a real product I will introduce in the later chapter. We have three major products where we integrate our token economy, which is LiveMe, that's a mobile live streaming, Cheese, that's like the short video, music video app, and Photograph, that's a photo editing app. And the last one, if you combine all the three apps today, it can reach more than 60 million monthly active users. That's monthly active users, it's not just totally download. That's monthly active users worldwide. 99% outside China. A lot of them are actually reside in US. Probably some of you are actually this app's user, and those apps right now integrate with this token protocol. So let me give you some introduction. Take a close look. The three apps, the first one, LiveMe, it has more than 13 million monthly active users. 65% is actually inside US. So probably your friend, your kids actually using this to do live streaming every day. And the second one is Cheese. It's similar to TikTok, but one thing different is it's already fully embraced with the token economy. So you can do all this kind of TikTok thing, but on the other hand, you can actually experience the token magic inside this app. The third one is Photograph. How many of you are actually doing a 10-year challenge today? This is kind of a cool challenge right now happening. Photograph is a wonderful app. You can complete this 10-year challenge easily. You can make this app just probably 2 to 3 clicks. So I encourage you to download it, try it today, because a lot of people are actually doing it right now to do the 10-year challenge right now. So all the three apps, accumulatively, it can reach 60 million monthly active users. Every day, it has more than 500,000 new installs. And just like me, in 2017, it has 113 million revenue. So all the three apps today already integrate with COS protocol. And what are we trying to achieve right now? Our main focus is about educating, because unlike most of content blockchain, they don't have product, they don't have creator. If you don't have a creator, you don't have content. If you don't have content, don't think about creating content blockchain. And we do have a creator, we do have user, we do have product. What we're missing? We're missing how we're going to educate those people the magic of blockchain, the magic of token. Because like everyone here, you guys are expert, you know what's token, what's blockchain, what's a wallet. Most of your friends, your parent, your sibling, your kids, they have zero understanding about wallet. They have zero understanding of the token. We have to educate them. How are we going to do this? We're going to educate them with the creators' content, because Gen Z, millennium, they love contents. That's the reason why this is so unique, because we have the creators. They will help us to build content to educate massive users, using the language they can understand to teach them. For example, as this girl, she's explaining to her fans how you want to earn the COS token inside Cheese app, and what you can do with it after you earn those tokens. And this is the show we built in Taiwan with Yahoo Taiwan. Yahoo even now is still a popular brand in many countries, including in China, in Taiwan. And we built a blockchain show with them every Tuesday night. They were using their main homepage to show this blockchain show. It's not just a one direction, unidirectional show. You are not just watching. You can actually interact. So every time when the host throws out a question, you have few seconds to answer that question. Then if you answer the question, all the question right, you have a chance to earn tokens. But in case you fail to pass all questions, you will be able to use the token to revive yourself. So this is all the gamification way. And all the questions is related to blockchain and tokens. And we also invite a lot of celebrities to join our show. Actually, Binance Lab director, Flora, she was the very last episode's guest. So we also leverage this chance introducing a lot of great blockchain team, great blockchain project to all the general public. And the other part is about the content creation to educating user. We're using the product experience. Because remember, we have 3 products. Now we're going to use the way that most people can understand to educate them. the gamification way. So inside Cheese, today you can actually download Cheese and experience everything I'm talking right now here, right now. So in the left-hand side, you can see how we're going to use the token to incentivize people to using the app. But on the other hand, when you earn the token, we're not telling you you can move this token to somewhere to sell it. We don't want you to sell it. We want to use the token to understand how the value it is. So we also build a product feature like this one we call Dance Off. You can use the token to exchange the cool visual effect when you playing this feature. And the other part is we build a direct message feature inside this app. So when you're sending out a message to someone you don't know, you can actually use the token as an ice-breaking way to knock their door. If that guy or that girl replies you, he or she will be able to claim the token you sent to her. But on the other hand, if they are not replying, you will be able to get your token back after 48 hours. So all this gamification way we built inside this app is great for the millennials to understand the token. But we are not telling them you can actually sell it, because that's not something we want them to know in the first place. The second one is photo grid. When you're building all the photos, when you're sharing the photos, you also be able to earn what we call PG point, that's a centralized point. But when you get in those points, you can buy even like the membership or buying some visual effect. But on the other hand, you can use the points to exchange the tokens. Once you get a token, you can move the token to other product to consume it. So this is the magic when all the apps connect to each other. Imagine in the old age, when you're building an app, a real centralized app, you want to build a gamification way, you want to build the points, allow people to collect, then exchange something. But it's hard for them to move those points from one place to the other place. It's just like, it's the reason why a lot of people are trying to use blockchain to solve the game industry issue. So here we're also using this way, but we also allow you to accumulate your effort across different apps. So you build the photos, you accumulate COS token, then next thing you want to play the video, short video, then you go to Cheese. You can move those tokens to Cheese and consume it. Or on the other hand, you can earn the token inside Cheese, then move to Live Meet to consume during a blockchain quest. So when you do all these kind of things, you go to our website, Contentos.io, then you sign in, then you buy the account with all those apps. Then here, you will be able to transfer and withdraw the token. Then here, we also help the centralized to connect with decentralized system. Now it's the ERC20 token, but soon we will adopt more and more other type of blockchain. So you can see right now in the right-hand side, every time you sign in, we will show you 3 types of token, whether it's COS or native protocol token. Then we also show the BTC and ETH side by side with the COS. The reason is when you use Cheese today, you have a very small chance when you do complete all the tasks, you will be able to earn the BTC or ETH. That's also part of the way we educate and train our user to understand the difference between gaming point and the tokens. So today I'm glad to announce this. We just have a partnership with niTRON wallet. This is the kind of one of the most popular Ether wallet around the world. Because right now when we allow people to withdraw the ETH, sometimes a lot of people ask us, we don't have an address, I don't know how to do that. So now we will be able to send people to there and using some kind of content education way to let people understand how you want to create a wallet. So I'm also open to anyone who want to talk to us. We will be able to work together to explore other ways to drive the user to using other type of service on blockchain. And when we do this, we already done this for a couple of months already, and we have probably hundreds of thousands of users right now every day using all this kind of service. But all of a sudden we start thinking one thing: can we help not just Web3 tokens, not just Bitcoin, Ethereum, or COS? Can we actually help any other type of blockchain and tokens? Furthermore, can we help other debt or any token-enabled app to get users, to let users to experience their magic. So this is something we're going to roll out in very near future. We're going to change the design we have right now today on Contentos.io. We're going to change it as a way, it's similar like feeds. Remember, we have creators. A lot of them are actually game creators. They stream on Twitch, they stream on YouTube, and also stream on LiveMe. Now we will allow them to work with dev developer. For example, like CryptoKitty or Fishing Master, this niTRON game, to let them to build a video, to introduce those devs. Because ordinary people don't understand. They can only digest through the contents. So we will use this way to help all the devs to educate their potential user. We got massive 60 million monthly active users out there. We need to figure out the right way to convince them to join the world of blockchain. So this is the approach we're going to do. And in the right-hand side, we're going to introduce more and more tokens, like niTRON TRX on our website. So we will use this way to educate users. This is a game. And if you want to play the game on niTRON, you need TRX. You don't have to know what's TRX. You can imagine that's just a game point. You get this token, put it into this game, voila, you can start playing. So this is the new thing we're going to roll out to educate our users. Then they start driving them to different dApps or token-enabled apps. Then them to understand how token can help them in this world. Of course, we will not just listing any dApp or any game just throw to us. We will work with these two teams to first verify and confirm the legitimacy and the safety about any type of dApp. One is the rating dApp, the other is the rating tokens. These two companies will help us to verify this, like for example, smart contract safety and also the legitimacy of any dApps. Once they confirm and endorse, we will publish to Contentos.io and allow our 60 million of monthly active users to access them directly. So this is what we're trying to do. I know this is cold winter right now, bearish market, but we all have faith. Our faith is when the spring comes, we will be the very first wave. And even it's not coming, we will be the volunteer to help the general public understand the magic of blockchain. This is right direction, and we need to work together to make it happen. So what Contentos to do right now is building the bridge to connect the world blockchain to the general public, to the massive user, to those people around you. Let them one day really join the world blockchain and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful future. That's all my presentation. Thank you for listening. And this is our Telegram. If you are interested